Good morning, dear students. Wish you all are healthy and safe. Once again, we are unable to meet because of the rapidly spreading pandemic. Anyway, hope to meet you all soon. But for the time being, I think we will have to manage with the online classes. So, in English 1, we will start with chapter 5, that is time and tense, page number 79. But before we start with the chapter, I would like to tell you all that the chapters which we had done, especially the grammar portion which we had done in the first term, will also be coming in the second term. The chapters, the grammar portion that we have completed in the first term and the grammar portion that we will do now, all will be coming in your second terminal examination. Okay, so let us start with the chapter 5, time and tense. This is the second part. So in the second part, we are going to start with past tense. In the first part, we had done the present tense. In this part, we will do past tense. So see here, the simple past tense. Okay, this past tense is further subdivided. It is simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. So let us start with the simple past tense. The simple past tense is used when it is used when a definite time is intended. Okay. So whenever we are talking about what? The definite time. Here the definite time is what? Yesterday. I dashed my pen yesterday. One is it is in the past. It is a definite time. So it comes under what? The simple past tense. In the simple past tense, how is the verb? Verb is either we, to, or what is added? Ed is added to the verb. Isn't it? Second is, a common mistake is to use the past continuous tense for repeated or habitual actions in the what? Past. In such situations, we must use what? Simple past tense. So this is very, very important. What is a common mistake? It is a common mistake that we use what? Past continuous tense for repeated or habitual actions. Whereas we should be using what? Simple past tense. For example, see here. Last year, we went to the cinema every Sunday. Every Sunday itself is what? Continuous action. Isn't it? But for such type of continuous action, what we should use? We should use verb in the simple past tense. So here it is what? Went. Now come to the next one. Repeated or habitual actions in the past also can be expressed by what? Used to. This is another important thing. So whenever we are talking about what? Repeated or the habitual action, then in the past we can use which expression? Used to. For example, you can see here, we used to write. Okay, we used to. It also indicates that the verb is in which tense? In the simple past tense. Every week. Got it? Now come to the past continuous tense. The past continuous tense means an action that was going on when? In the past time. To indicate an action going on when another one took place. This is very, very important. What does it indicate? It indicates an action going on when another one took place. For example, see here, it will become clear with the example. He was reading a newspaper. Action going on, this portion. He was reading a newspaper. Another action. Another one took place. What happens then? When I entered the room. So got it? The past continuous tense is used to indicate an action going on. This action is going on when another action took place. When I entered the class. This is another action. Second example, I was listening to the radio when the phone rang. I was listening to the radio. This is what? Past continuous tense, isn't it? And here it comes. First action is here to the radio. Then second action, it starts from here, isn't it? Next is the second activity could be replaced by a point in time. The second activity, I was listening to the radio. Okay, it can be this part, it can be replaced by what? It can be replaced by a point in time. What is a point in time? At 8 o'clock. Got it? At 8 o'clock. This is the first action, isn't it? Action going on when another action took place. And this, it can be replaced by a point in time. The time is mentioned here. Next is to emphasize that two actions are taking place at the same time. Here two actions are taking place. We use what? Verb in the past continuous tense. See here, Mohan was reading while Ankita was writing. Two actions are taking place in the past. The students in the next class were making a noise while we were reading. This is an important word here, while. Isn't it? While we were. So this indicates what? Means we can use this word to show that two actions are taking place at the same time. Next is to emphasize that an activity was continuous over a certain period. Okay, that we want to lay stress, we want to emphasize that an activity, it took place. Okay, it continued over a certain period of time. For this, we can even use what? Often with an expression like all day. We can use such expressions like all day, all the morning. See here, I was working hard. I was working hard all last week. Got it? The gardener was cutting grass whole of yesterday. Whole of yesterday afternoon. Whole of yesterday afternoon. Now come to the next one. To show disapproval using a word like always. When we want to show disapproval, we use what? Which word? Like always. Okay, for example, they were always asking for favors. So this sentence shows what? Disapproval. Next is, he was always disturbing me at home. He was always disturbing me at home. This shows disapproval. All right. So I think now the simple past tense and the past continuous tense. In the past continuous, we use what? Either was or were plus verb which is ending in ing. Here in the sentence also you can see was reading. He is what? Singular. So it will be was reading. I was reading. If it was they, then it would have been they were reading. So for singular we use is. If the subject is plural, we use were. Now see the exercise here given in the next page. Assignment. Change the words in the brackets to either the simple past or past continuous tense. See, some we will do now and the rest you have to complete at home. Complete yourself. So here, he dash a newspaper when I dash him. What will it be? He was reading a newspaper when I saw him. Next one is when he first dash her. She dash as a typist. So what will it be? When he first met her, she was working as a typist. Number 3, while he dash in the garden, he dashed an old man. While he was digging in the garden, he found an old man. In the same manner, you have to complete all 10 first in the book. Show it to me, okay? And then only you can copy it down in your language copy. Next is the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense, you can see, this tense, it can be also called what? Before tense. Okay, what we can call it? Before tense. When we wish to indicate, why we can call it before tense? Because when we wish to indicate an event happened, okay, any event that happened before another event in the past. Isn't it? So why we can call it a before tense? Because here it indicates an event that happened before another event in the past. We use what? The past perfect tense. So, like the what? Past continuous tense, this tense is used far too often by some students. It is not what? It is not often that we use. We want to convey the idea of one event happening before another, and for this reason we do not what? We do not use this tense frequently. Sometimes it is clear that one event occurred before the another without the use of the past perfect. So you can see here, see the sentence. The lesson had begun when we entered. Had begun when we are what? Entered. So here one action, it happened before what? The second action. In this sentence you will see the past perfect is necessary to make it clear that the order of event, isn't it? Order of event was, what was the order of event? One, the beginning of, isn't it, a new lesson? Second is our arrival. Now the past perfect is used with a point of time in the past. Point of time, that means here time is mentioned, okay? Here, by 2 o'clock in 1968. So this is what? A point of time in the past to show that the event occurred before that point. By 2 o'clock, he had read most of the novel. He had read, isn't it? Next is, in 1968, he had been employed as a clerk for 10 years. Got it? For 10 years. Point is given. Now come to the past perfect continuous tense. So this past perfect continuous tense, you will find this is comparatively what? An unimportant tense. Okay, it is an unimportant tense. It is used when we wish to indicate that an action happened before another event in the past, and that event, it was continuous, or maybe it was still going on to a certain point in the past. Example, we had been waiting. This is what? Past perfect continuous tense. Okay. We had been waiting for half an hour when the other team arrived. Okay. Next is, he had been working for that company for 10 years when he was promoted. See here, the assignment, it will become more clear to you. Change the verbs in the brackets to the past tense. Past, past perfect, simple past, past perfect continuous tense. He dashed my name, so I reminded him. What will it be? He had forgotten my name, so I reminded him. Number 2, after he had finished his studies, he lived in England for 2 years. Next one, the artist finished the painting at exactly 3 o'clock. Okay, so please try to do this assignment also and show it to me today itself.